It promises to be a great night, and I will not be doing this alone this night, just like last week. We've got Boss Glory okay back to us today. Good morning, boss.
Good morning, everybody.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Now, today's topic has it for us to, like a question, where are you going? And whatever field you may be, whatever plan you may be having, the question remains, where are you going? We'll be featuring one of our top leaders today, in person of Nwosu Dominic Dozie, and we'll be taking on a few moments talking about the topic, and also to give us, we'll enter into the interactive session by way of interview, and to give us a story and how he's been able to do it for the number of years he's been there and how he's been able to succeed in this business. We do this usually just to encourage some of us that want or that quest to learn or to improve on our business. And that is why we do this. Welcome again, everybody. All right, let's meet Nwosu Dominic Chidozie. Nwosu Dominic Chidozie is a serial entrepreneur born and bred in the city of Lagos, Nigeria. He's a product of the renowned University of Calabar, where his passion to positively impact the young led him to obtain his first degree honors, a Bachelor of Education in elementary education. However, a stronger desire to become a successful businessman led him into the world of real estate and eventually LONGRICH International as a multi-level marketer. He is the founder and CEO of Wedge Solutions, a hub for real estate and financial services. He is the team lead of Legacy Builders with a membership numbering to 1,500. Dozie, whose ambition to become a LONGRICH Star Director by 2022, is currently a Diamond 5 leader, a qualifier of Malaysia trip, Dubai trip, and 5 million naira car. Join me as we make a welcome to Nwosu Dominic Chidozie.
If you take a closer observation of that topic, it's quite depicting a journey. And like you all know, whenever you're embarking on any journey, you need to go with certain very important items. You never want to start any journey light. And there are different kind of journeys we go in life, but the journey we are reflecting and focusing on today has to do with about not only a journey of becoming a better person, but also, going towards the land of financial freedom. Financial freedom, though a topic which tends to be overflowed from time to time, but the truth is, we ask yourself, this journey of financial freedom, is it something that you can really achieve? Is it something that's actually feasible? But the truth is a big yes. The fact is yes. And if you are going to go on this journey of financial freedom, definitely you need to be packed with the right essentials. So then, where are you going and how do you intend to get to that place which you're going? The very important thing you need to first of all ask yourself before you even begin that journey is why? Why are you actually even embarking on that journey in the first place? What is the desire? What is the motivational factor for you to actually go on that journey? And the truth is, this journey is such which is very important to each and every living individual today, because you can't tell me you're on the face of the earth and you don't want to bother about your finances. You don't want to bother about welfare of not just yourself, but your loved ones. So this is a topic which is very, very important to every individual, not just even any household. So the question is why? Why are you going on that journey? Why do you even need to even go on that journey? Where are you going? So now the question, when you are able to answer yourself, why? So some people, the reason why they want to go on this journey is to be able to, go achieve their dreams. For some people, the reason is to be able to, give their family, their children, the very best they can afford, and many more reasons. And the truth is, whatever your reason is, so long as it is strong, your reason is valid. And that is what you need to hold very strong. Because without that very valid question, definitely your journey might become very, very daunting one. Now, but after you have been backed with that, when you're definitely been backed with that, when you're able to ask yourself that question and you're able to answer it constructively, then the other things you need to also, focus on is, ensure that you have the right essentials that would ensure that you are able to go on this journey and actually, go to a far distance. Now, I was talking about why. Why is related to the another factor, which is the purpose, what you intend to achieve. And another thing you also need to ensure that you don't lack is resilience and perseverance. Because believe me, every journey comes with its peculiar challenges. If anybody asks you, if anybody tells you are going to start any journey and you are going to breeze through it like Usain Bolt, that person definitely lying to you. But in that journey, if you have asked yourself the first question, which is why, what makes that journey worthwhile? What makes that place you're going? Very, very important. That is the reason why you need to be very resilient and you'll be able to persevere to be able to overcome whatever challenges that might be in the way. Because the truth is, majority of people who want to go on this journey these days with the challenges, many people have very shallow reasons. And because their reasons are not deep-rooted, because they've not taken time to ask themselves why, they tend to just fade out along the way. And that's why you have a lot of people who want to go on this journey, and before you know it, they drop out, like they get blown away by the wind. Now, another thing is every journey has its process. Every journey has its process. When you understand the process, there are steps. For instance, if you want to, say you want to go to Abuja, you decide you want to go on a journey to Abuja. The question is, how do you want to go on that journey? Do you want to go by air? Do you want to go by land? What will you take for you to go by air? What are those things you need to have if you're going to go by land? Do you understand? So those are what will be the cost of you to go on that journey. So these are the different factors you will definitely need to, put into consideration when going on, this kind of journey. So now you need a lot of patience. You need to definitely understand the process. And when you understand this, definitely, and being patient with the process, then definitely the results that will come in, success is just by a matter of time, because you understand that you're not just going to get to your result or get to your destination within the twinkle of an eye. Even if you are going to go by air, what is the fastest medium, you're not just going to twinkle your eye and get to your destination immediately. You understand that it takes about 30 minutes or thereabout to go to Abuja by air. And anybody that tells you, 10, 15 minutes, you're there in Abuja, he said, no, what's happened? Something is wrong. You understand? So where are you going? What do you need to go? Why are you going? When you ask yourself these critical questions and you have, you are packed with the needed essentials, definitely the journey will be very, very, much more easier for you. Then another thing we need to, on this journey of financial freedom, because that's basically what I am going to focus on tonight, not just on any kind of journey, but the journey of financial freedom, the journey to true financial freedom, of which the platform which we're going to be sharing with you tonight, has proven beyond reasonable doubt to deliver that to not just a few number of persons, but we're talking about millions of people all over the globe. So, and these numbers cannot be wrong. So if you are on this journey and you're having one or two challenges, you need to take a sit back. Ask yourself these questions. If you have not asked yourself these valid questions, get your purpose, get your why, then get your essentials right, definitely you are going to struggle on this journey. And you might be one of those people who definitely want to quit along the way. But when you know what you need, why you are going on this journey, and you have what you need to go on this journey, chances are that you'll definitely get to that point where your goal is, which is the land of financial freedom. With these short words, I just want to say thank you, and handing over to Boss Satan.
Wow, thank you so much. Great nuggets you have actually given us in the space of that short time of 10 minutes. Thank you so much for doing this. Wow, I don't even know how to go to start with this, or maybe I should allow Boss Gloria to kick off.
Yes. Thank you very much, Satan. Boss Dozie, we know you are our person, but still, we're going to be for real with our audience today because they see you every week dishing out. Now they want to, now they're very, very happy. We're glad, that you're about to share some, some stuff with us. Please tell us, if you will, when did you join LONGRICH? When? And I also know that prior to LONGRICH, you were into real estate. So what caused the switch, from that into LONGRICH? Yeah.
All right, thank you, Boss Gloria. Okay, so if I can recall exactly, I joined LONGRICH, that was in 2017. 2017, December. I quite remember very well. And that was courtesy of my very good friend and a brother from another mother, Daniel Ekore. Mm-hmm. And I joined LONGRICH in 2016, but I didn't take the business seriously until I think that was towards the end of 2018, towards the beginning of 2019. That was when I really started taking the business seriously. And why the switch? The second question. It was at that point in time where I realized that I was very passionate about, making a mark in the real estate industry, and I still am passionate. But then there were a lot of challenges, and I wasn't satisfied with a lot of what I was seeing in the industry. And my colleagues in the industry and how they look growing old, I tell myself, this is not where I want to be. I don't want to look like this man growing old. I definitely don't want to be struggling. I definitely don't want to be running after, a lot of things I wouldn't want to, really factor on. But then I saw where a couple of my colleagues were in the industry then, and with a lot of the irregularities in the industry, I knew I wanted something different. I wanted to run real estate on my own terms because I am such a big, it's a big factor for me to see my customers happy. And with the factors we had, the challenges we had in the real estate industry at that point in time, there were a lot of unhappy subscribers, customers, not exactly because the companies were not really delivering. A lot of factors. Some companies were not delivering, but the factors also, we had other factors like the government side of it and some other factors. So I felt if I were to make a mark that I want to, the way I want it, I need to go back, get prepared, have the proper funding, then come and run my own company, but not working for somebody else. So that actually led me to looking for something different. And unfortunately for that, at that moment in time, I met with Daniel Ekore, who told me about network marketing. I never, ever, consider myself, if someone told me I would, a network marketer, because of, stories of other people I didn't really say, I had a few experiences, but not personally. Witness rather, not even experiences now, because you witness, because they happened to me. Close relatives who got their fingers burned, negative stories from other platforms and all that. So I told myself, no, I definitely wouldn't be like this, you know. But then came the opportunity, and I took a closer look because I was made to understand this company, this platform is different. I took that with a pinch of salt, but upon taking a closer look, I'm somebody of figures. And when I checked the figures sounded very interesting. And as an Igbo boy, I follow the numbers.
That's right. Wow. Thank you very, very much. That's good. Okay, so one thing you said, which I like, which I know is going to be of good interest to a lot of people here, is that your first passion was and it still is real estate. So it's not like, but you're using LONGRICH as a platform or as the stepping stone to eventually, as a vehicle to get to your passion. Good. So that's what LONGRICH has been for you. Were you very, very did you give SD a tough time?
Well, I will always say I didn't, but because in fact, it wasn't actually the first person that actually introduced LONGRICH to me. He actually first came through my elder brother. Yeah, I was interested in what LONGRICH had to offer, which was the compensation plan. That was the driving factor. But then I also had prevalent health issues within my family. Then I wanted, because they said then, if this product are actually as good as you said it is, I need to actually find out if they're as good as you said they are, then there is a market for it. So immediately I was able to prove that. I jumped head in, because then all to the glory of God, then my dad was actually suffering partial stroke then. In fact, we had to what's it called, have taken back home to the village so that he will be close, like how we used to say now, like prepare for the worst, then just be close to home. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so we took him back because he could barely walk. In fact, his business completely shut down because he was not healthy enough to run the business and all that. Then I had different siblings with different health challenges. And what I did was, when I was signing up, I just took product, not just for myself. I picked products that I know I would spread around the family and test. You know how they used to say, test and see. If they say something is good, take it back home first. So if anything has to happen, let the fire actually come, first of all, start from inside the house, And when all the results started coming through, it was very, in fact, I knew very well for them that this, company is actually in this country to actually give us quality health. And fortunately enough, my dad is back on his feet now, moving around. Somebody that could barely walk before we take him back. Yeah, but he's back on his feet, can move around the village, can go for his meetings. It's a very beautiful thing for my family to see my parents, though they are aged, but they are aging gracefully and not painfully. That I give glory to God and thank God for LONGRICH.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Now you just talked about products now, and how it was able to at least get your daddy back on his feet, and for your family that used it, and the potency. Now, LONGRICH has various ranges of products that it will be difficult to actually select the best if you really a product user. And for you that have been in the business, in fact, you run the business even as a stockist. I know you are in Ejigbo in Lagos. Now, will you pick, because you are our boss, this is not what I've done with any other person, but I want to give you 7 because usually I would say 3 to 5.
Really?
But let me give you 7 products that are your best, and you're giving us testimony now for concerning your dad. If you can give us 2 or 3 more testimonies, we'll appreciate it. So tell us about your products.
My favorite product, definitely number 1 is the toothpaste, because in fact, since I started using LONGRICH toothpaste, I have never ever used another one. You know how they used to say, the toothpaste used to be expensive. Believe me, I was using Sensodyne before I started using LONGRICH toothpaste. So it wasn't much of the expensive. The cost was not so much of a big deal for me, because I was already using what's it called? I was already using this other one, Sensodyne, based on recommendation, because I had a major health challenge in 2010, 2011. I lost about 2 teeth, and I didn't want to, test that experience again. So of course, the toothpaste is number 1 for me, because since I started using LONGRICH toothpaste, believe me, I use Sensodyne. My plaques did not go away. Yes, minimal results, but the plaques did not go away. This experience, you may not believe it, but I keep saying it to everybody. The very first day I used LONGRICH toothpaste, do you know what it feels like when you pour water on tile? How slippery tile can be? That was how my teeth was. It was so sweet that I kept on playing with my tongue for over a week. Funny, but true. Like, you know how you see me, I'll be wriggling my tongue all over my teeth. The sensation was spectacular for somebody who has never had, but that's the toothpaste number 1. Then, of course, the calcium and arthro, most especially because he helped bring my dad back on his feet. I think that's 3 now, right? I don't joke with the calcium because I take the calcium regularly, and for my mom too, they don't joke with the calcium also. So toothpaste, calcium, arthro. Then of course my pie cup. My pie cup. This pie cup has saved a lot of lives in my family. This pie cup, we're gonna see me the whole soul. We have, in fact, this very pie cup has saved my sister from constant malaria. In fact, she didn't really sign up to do the business. She signed up because the day she used my cup, the scenario was Daniel came to my house that morning. Then, like I said, I told you for like 1 year, I wasn't taking the business seriously. So my pie cup was just laying there in my room. I wasn't really using it very much. And Daniel visited us that very Saturday morning. And my sister came out complaining about malaria symptoms and how I needed to help her get a lab for her to go and do a test. And Daniel said, give her water from the pie cup now. And I was like, water from the pie cup? Somebody is seeking malaria, so I should give her water. Like joke. Oh. I said, my sister, go and take water from the pie cup. She took water. You know how malaria symptom, which is what's it called? Sourness, sourness of the mouth, dizziness, and one or 2 other things. Yeah. It was very strong that Saturday morning. And she took water. In about 15 minutes, she had 2 testimonies. In about 15 minutes, she had 2 testimonies. The dizziness disappeared, and the sourness of the mouth was clearing seriously. Believe me, my sister was like, come. This was somebody who had, in fact, she was one of the persons who had a negative experience with another platform. So she was like zeroing her mind, like, I'm not going to ever, come into this kind of business anymore. And our experience was very fresh back then. But because of that pie cup, my sister said she was going to sign up the very next Monday, which was 2 days after. I started begging my sister because we just moved residence. So, when you're trying to set up your new apartment, your new residence and everything. So I was very lean on financial resources at that point in time. So she was like, when she listed all her products she wanted to buy, everything enter go though. I can't beg my sister, say, I beg. You say we don't get money. Money scarce now. Come down small. Come down to like Q silver or silver. I was practically begging my sister. She was like, no, this thing, But she ended up going for silver, and the pie cup right now, there and then, I was able to get my other family members into register because of the Pi Cup. And as we speak today, every member of my family uses a Pi Cup. Every member of my family uses a Pi Cup. My dad in the village, they have theirs. All my family members have their Pi Cup. No jokes. So this is another favorite. I don't joke with this. It has saved my life. I've not been to the hospital since I became a Longrich partner. And that is not exaggeration. That's a fact. When you hear people saying that, that is a fact. I've not been to the hospital, except when I had an injury one time, but that was just, but like sickness, normal sickness, no. Malaria and all that, all gone. How many have I listed now, sir?
5.
Go on. You still have like two more. I'm waiting for a particular one.
Okay. I don't know the particular one you're looking at.
If you don't mention it, let me be sincere. Please, everybody is hearing me, and this is being recorded. If you don't mention it, I'm going to fine you just 50 PV. And that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. And I know the SD3 will support me on that. Yeah.
Me too.
Okay. Okay. But right now, if you like, find me 100 people, I'll go to the tax.
You see now.
50-50.
So you got two more.
Yes, I have the next one I don't joke with. One of my favorites is the coffee. The Cordyceps coffee. I take that almost every morning. I don't joke with that. Then the last one, favorite. 7 is not enough. I take a lot of all these products every day.
Okay.
The coffee, I don't joke with that because it keeps me going. I'm somebody who doesn't like, I'm not an early breakfast person kind of. So I eat light in the morning, and my normal breakfast is mostly, coffee and all that. Then, of course, my favorite again has to be the body wash, because I use, would I say that's my favorite? It's a necessity. I don't joke with it, but Libao is there. I don't joke with Libao. I hope that's what you're looking for.
All
no.
Right. Thank you very much.
I think
thank you. We thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dozie. Even though you did not mention berry oil and panty liner, we'll take that one off camera. Now, in your profile, we read that you studied education, and were you able to go into classroom to teach for some time?
Yes, I did. For a while.
Now, for a while, and for your love for real estate and multi-level marketing, you switched. Now, you're a constant trainer. As a stockist, we know that you run that training sessions and you teach, you lecture people. On Tuesday, at times you come. On Wednesday, you are one of the backbones for CIG through Grace Group International. Now, in your teachings and with the experiences of the people you've been meeting and the challenges you have actually faced, can you tell us how you've been able to overcome those challenges? And what can you teach us from experience now? What can you teach us on this very platform this evening on people struggling and the challenges you face and how you are coming out of those challenges? And how we've been able to scale through. The hurdle of the 5 million naira was there, you crossed it, and you're a D5 leader. You aspire to be star director by 2022, which are still very visible. Just tell us, teach us. Thank you.
And a trip too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think I will start by what a lot of people don't know is nobody started this journey an expert. Nobody except maybe even for those who have done network marketing before, coming on board Longrich, maybe they have an edge, but nobody started an expert. And for somebody like me, my own personal story is I might be a salesperson, a good salesperson, but my greatest challenge is I'm a very, what a lot of people used to say as a common excuse. I'm an introvert. My own introvert is not just being introvert, but I am like very, very shy. Like very, very shy. It's funny, you might not even believe it right now, but Like, I'm so shy that if I know something, I know I can do something. Because of my introvertedness, I would push somebody else to the front and operate in the corridors. Like, I'm that much of a team player. I know how to operate from, and the challenge there was, it was so bad that as one of the top salesmen in my company then, I couldn't run I couldn't run a presentation to my colleagues. Like, I was the head of department of sales then in my company, Edgefield Limited, used to be at Maryland. If you know Lagos very well, Maryland, Edgefield Limited used to be in Maryland. So then a few times my boss would call me for our Monday meetings, come and handle presentations. I didn't know how to create a slide. That's something I learned in LONGRICH. And each time I came to to speak in front of my colleagues, I would forget everything I was to say. Even though if I prepared, even if I read, I would forget and I'll start saying rubbish. But because my boss knew that I didn't need to prove myself selling, so he didn't. The basic challenge was, how would I be able to become a leader? Because in this business, for you to actually go as far as you want to be, you have to assume that leadership role early enough. And despite the fact that I'm still learning, what I wanted to point out that the greatest challenge for me was how to teach people, not just kids now, because then as a teacher, I was teaching kids. I had this passion to be around. I still have. I love kids a lot. And I have this passion to be around kids. So that's actually what necessitated me going to, learn how to teach them professionally. But then teaching adults is a different ballgame entirely. How you relate to them and how. So it was, like children, they are still moldable in that age, that stage of their life. So there are a lot of things you tell them and they will obey you and all that. But of course, adults have a mind of their own. And everybody is their own boss mentally, if you understand what I mean. You can't boss anybody around. Mm-hmm. So it was a whole big challenge for me, having to bring people together, teach them what I know, and be able to build them. And one of the biggest challenge I had was how to start. But I know I was ready to learn. One thing that was evident from start was I wanted to be a trainer, and I was given that opportunity early enough by Boss Eduru, who took me under his wing, and Boss Daniel, and they gave me all the platform I needed to become a trainer, and they would just highlight my my errors here and there. So the how I solved that, and which I would tell a lot of people, I don't see any problem being scared. A lot of people will have the fear. How do I start? How do I, get to bring in people? Believe me, yes. When you said I have a team of about 1,500 persons, 3 years ago, my worry was, how do I bring in 10? How do I bring in 3? How do I bring in 20? But today, I've been able to build up something for myself, and I have 1,500. And that is even not, I'm even telling myself that I'm not fast enough. So how did I overcome that? Facing my fears, which was, I knew I was scared of starting, and I had a huge, very terrible stage fright. That was why I could not really train my colleagues. Like, I find it difficult to look people in the face or look people in the eye, like keep that contact and be coherent. I don't know how to do that. So, but what did I do? That thing that scares me most was what I attacked. And I said I had to become a trainer early enough, because if I know that if I'm going to succeed on this platform, I need to be able to teach people. I need to be able to come in front of people and talk. And that's why I told myself early enough, I decided that I was going to be a trainer in order for me to be able to move. And that was hard. A lot of people don't understand that if you face that thing which you are scared of most, it makes it easier for you to overcome the hurdle. Instead of running away from it, you face it, then definitely it's not be easy for you, but definitely you overcome it.
It's good.
Wow, thanks so much, Boss Gloria.
Yeah, so that's a good one. So in the course of your building your team to what you have now, 1,500, was there ever a time where you had challenges, with family, not support? Well, in your own case, your family all came on board, because of because of the product and how much they help. But was there ever a time that you had challenge building, this team from where you were to who we now know? What other challenges besides your stage fright and your shyness? What are the challenges that relates to, team members?
Yes,
How
there
can
were
you
challenges.
share that with us too? Yeah.
Yeah, there were challenges, and it still goes in the line of leadership and team building, just like you said. And what a lot of people don't understand is behind that success, there is a lot of work. But the good thing about that work is that work actually makes you a better person. It makes you become a better version of yourself, and which is what we're preaching in this business. Becoming a better version of yourself, not entirely, taking away yourself, but becoming a better version of yourself. And talking specifically about the challenges, yes, there were a lot of challenges. And like I said, relating back to Eric was said, some of my team members will attest to the fact that I tend to shut down my chat room at random. Why? Because sometimes when I'm not getting the vibes, when I'm not, it's not easy when you're doing something. Some people want to be where you are, but sometimes they forget that, even you are human and you have your own challenges. And one of that challenges in team building was, I can tell you that my team has crashed about 10 times or even more. But there again, a lot of people say, they are not responding. They are not doing this. They are not doing that. No. I didn't tell myself I was going to quit because my team crashed. Or because when I said crash, it doesn't mean like you'll be in a chat room and you have 250 persons, 500 persons. Remember, not everybody you sign up will take the business head on. Some people you sign up, they are just product users. Some people you sign up and will take the business seriously. So this 1,500, not every one of them will be running the business professionally, Yep. But the ones that agree to run that journey with you and come online and be in the chat room, you still have to beg them. Sometimes you practically, they will read a lot of challenges, but then I am not worried about, the thing is, don't let that deter you. I don't care how many times I start over. In fact, I tell you right now that my ambition is to become a star director in 2022. But do you know what it means to be a star director? I have to ensure I produce many qualifiers, many rank advancements. And because that is my goal, and I need to work with those people, and that is what I'm going to produce by God's grace. And by 2022, I'm going to produce all that with the help of my team members. So the challenge is in not continuing, because what it means is you're like mining. If everybody understands the concept of mining, not every stone, will become that diamond. Before you get that diamond, there's a lot of rubble. So you just have to keep on mining.
Right.
And you keep on collecting the diamonds.
Right.
Yeah, we are digging diamonds, right? Before we get to the star. So you keep
Right.
on mining, you keep on getting those diamonds, and before you know it, the stars start appearing.
Thank you. Please, Vasiton, listen. So talking about qualifiers, and you have shown you a great example of you qualify for car, you qualified for the trip, and your intention is to produce qualifiers. Can you share with us how did you do it, and how can we do it?
Wow.
Whatever you can share, whatever you are able to share, we will take.
Okay.
I know it's deep, right? But just share with us what
I don't know
you
where to start. Yeah, because it takes a lot.
Mhm.
Because a lot of times, a lot of people want to qualify, but the thing is, the first thing you have to do, like when you're going, like I said, when you're going on that journey, you have to, it's not just about having a formula in front of you. Do you believe in the formula? Do you believe it can actually work for you? That's, self-belief, believing in the system, and actually going, because if you don't believe in it, then your work is actually useless. You're like somebody who's fetching water with a basket.
Right.
You will never see anything, you know. If you don't believe that that's actually going to work for you, you know, that belief system, and that actually is what translated, that was how I actually qualified. I started last business year with that goal that I must qualify for a car fund, because I know, this is a secret, if you're a diamond 4 and you did not qualify for anything before you get to diamond 5, hustle, because at diamond 5 you do extra. So diamond 4, even before you get to diamond 4, the best point you need to, because I understood these principles early on, because I was following the tutelage of, you know, very experienced leaders, you know, and I knew very well, as a diamond 4, this is where I need to do everything I have to ensure that I qualify. And I was looking out for the smaller ones, which was the trips. I was taking if you check, my first trip was the Malaysia trip, and the second trip was the Dubai trip. And I knew very well, if I was consistently pursuing these incentives, yeah, accumulatively, I will get closer to the main goal. Even though if I did not hit this, you know, initial target, but I will get towards my main goal. And what actually happened was, I was prepared for it. I believed in it. I was working towards it because it was a goal. So you need to actually, it doesn't just happen. You need to have it as a goal and you work towards it. So it was a goal for me, and I was working towards it, and everything aligned. And like we have windows like this in LONGRICH, don't joke with the windows. Understand the windows in our business. Those windows, LONGRICH is making it easier for you to imagine folding the journey of 10 meters, 10 kilometers into 3. So which means instead of you doing 10 kilometers, you are doing 3 kilometers. And you're already getting to your journey. So I understood all those things. I didn't joke with learning. And I understood those windows. And while I was working, yes, and that window appeared, and I was close enough. And I started rushing everywhere. And I hustled for the investors, I hustled for everybody, you know, and before you know it, before you say Jack, I looked at myself and I looked, Dozie, you have qualified though.
Wow.
Just like that. So understanding the windows, very critical, very critical. Understanding those windows, very critical to qualifying for anybody. It's the secret why a lot of our leaders qualify and, you know, multiply that. And that's definitely what I want to ensure, that my team members understand those windows and they take advantage of those window of opportunities.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, you'll be talking about how you got trained and how you are able to actually train people and actually do presentation. At the initial, you don't even know how to make slides. You have to learn it on LONGRICH. But don't worry about that. I will share slides for you. So I just want you to take us through the LONGRICH compensation plan in space of like 5 minutes or less, so that I'll share the screen for you. Tell those that could be on this platform what they stand to gain to be on this platform. After this, it will come with a follow-up question that I'm going to ask you. So just tell us how, for those that are newbies or those that are planning to join the prospect here, what it takes to come on the board of LONGRICH. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Boss Ixon. So if you are a new person on this meeting, on this call today, today is our magazine session, so we wouldn't take so much time in going into the profile and the product. But those you can actually find online, and the company has a very, very, you know, big profile. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
All right, thank you very much. So now, what the company is simply telling you, because they've proven with their great profile and their track record that they are in this for the long run, a company that has been in existence for over 35 years across the world and over 8 years in Nigeria. over 8 years. Longrich actually came into Nigeria in 2012, 2011, thereabouts, and still waxing strong. So definitely you should know that this company is in it for the long run. And for a fact, they have proved that by even planting much more in Africa and especially in Nigeria with the presence of their smart factory, none other like it in Nigeria and in Africa. And what the company is simply saying is, we have built a system that allows you to move from whatever time of your life you are in financially to a better and a better time. Whatever it is you are looking for, be it your major factor is health or your major driving factor is finances, the company has what you need. And if you are going to be taking this up, what the company is saying is simple. You have different mediums, we have different, different ways you can actually benefit, which is basically what you have on your screen. And what you actually benefit, retail profits, you have fast start bonuses, the leadership bonus, the repeat order bonus, the travel bonus, car bonus, house incentives, educational incentive, and many more. This is just but to mention a few. And what the company says is simply switch your brand. It's a simple analogy, simple gospel we are sharing here. Whatever it is you are using at home, this is what every Tom, Dick, and Harry, every individual all around the world, they use this line of either personal care, house care product, baby care, female care, name it. Whatever you are using and you are just a consumer, this is an opportunity to take yourself up the value chain and not just be a consumer, but be a stakeholder in the process of that wealth distribution. By switching your brand, choosing to use a different set of products better than what you've been using before, which is basically what LONGRICH has on offer. The company has over 2,000 world-class products, and I repeat with emphasis, world-class products that are changing lives and transforming health status on a regular basis. So what LONGRICH says is simple. Come in, make a one-time bulk purchase. Like I said, one-time bulk purchase, probably the only time you are going to be buying in bulk. Let's say, for instance, you have the toothpaste, which is a one-stop dental solution. You have the product like the pie cup, which ensures that you are drinking quality water and ensuring that you are not visiting the hospital every time and then. We have products like, for myself, the berry oil that helped me drop my glasses, and now I can actually use, I can actually even see my screen better. Like, we have a lot of products. Look at whatever product you need. Get a product catalog. Look at whatever product you need. Make your choices and look at the entry level, like you see on your screen here. What is the entry level? The entry level is basically how they buy in packages. Another way, what we call the entry level is your startup packages. Now, every product you buy, every single item you choose has what we call point value or product value, like we call it. The recent one I'm hearing is people call it poverty vanish. Interesting. Now, that is PV for you. Every product has what we call PV. Now, you accumulate your product together. When you are able to get, for you to come in on a Q Silver, you need to accumulate products that will give you 60 PV. The amount you see here is an estimate, is not fixed. So you can be spending slightly more or slightly less. And you see here the equivalent percentage that will accrue to you as you build. So for you to become a silver member, you need to get products that will give you a total of 120 PV. And you also be earning 8% of whatever you generate, you and your team generates. Now, the best position, if I will tell you to be, is a VIP. Well, why do you need to be the VIP, if I may ask? Imagine a company offering the opportunity to become a shareholder just by buying their product. That's exactly what LONGRICH is actually asking you to do. Becoming a shareholder, earning shareholding dividends on a monthly basis. Not the conventional shareholders that shareholding process which we are known to. Because I bought into shares of many companies while I was in my final year in school. Till today, I have not been able to accumulate 5,000 naira in share benefits. This is over 10 years of me leaving school. I have not been able to accumulate 5,000 naira of share benefits. Scrap that. We have a new paradigm of you becoming a shareholder. The new paradigm of shareholding. That is basically what LONGRICH is offering you. Imagine buying products of your choice to the tune of 1,680 PV. You could be spending between 1 million to 1.2 million, and automatically you are a shareholder with LONGRICH. And what will you be getting as a shareholder? You'll be earning, so you're entitled to 12% of your share of whatever you accumulate as you and your team member accumulate on a weekly basis. Whatever you're able to accumulate with your team on a weekly basis, you're entitled to 12% of that, plus 1% share of the global sales of this company every month. That, I tell you, factors into some serious amount, and it keeps accruing. This actually accumulates, and it keeps accumulating as your team keeps expanding over time. You earn this until infinity. There's no cap on this. The only cap is on the percentage, but the amount you actually earn in terms of, monetary figures, there's no cap on that. And what are the other benefits of, what are the other features you actually enjoy? Like we said, all you simply need to do, the company says, as you do this, share this opportunity with just 3 persons. The same value you've enjoyed in the products, share that with 3 persons. And as they get to do what you have done, not necessarily buying on the same package, you could buy more package than you could come in on a higher package, on a lesser package, but definitely you will be benefiting. So as you come into that, the company rewards you. And you see, you even get more interesting. And when they do the same, what you have done, the company rewards them and rewards you double of what you have earned before. And that cycle keeps repeating itself as you keep on, building. Now, unlimited accumulation of bonus points. You have a time frame to build on your own, at your own pace. But like I tell you, success of speed, and speed is what you need to accumulate. And that is basically what we here, CIG, are going to be showing you, how you are going to be building with the right speed and with the right precision to get you to that target. And weekly, like I said, weekly bonus payment. LONGRICH pays to the tune of over 10 billion naira every week. Every week, LONGRICH pays in the tune of billions on a weekly basis in bonus, in weekly commissions. So we're not talking about a small business here. This is what the bonus, this is what the structure of building looks like. So you come into the business, you introduce, share the opportunity with 3 persons, and they also get to do the same. And it keeps on, expanding just like that. You teach them what you know, and they get to teach others what they know. And that value keeps, expanding. Now, LONGRICH is available in over 180 countries. And like you see on your screen, this is the only platform truly global. I repeat, this is the only truly global platform, because any other platform, you are locked into your country. But with LONGRICH, you have the opportunity to be in one country and have access to many other countries across the globe. You can be in Nigeria and you're signing up somebody in the US. You can be in Nigeria and you're signing up somebody in Liberia. Their entry levels is currently showing on your screen. You can be in South Africa and you're signing somebody else in another part of the world. Now, what you see on your screen is the growth pattern, how you actually grow in the ranks from Diamond 1 to Star Director. So I guess that's my cue to off there.
All right. Thank you. Right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I said there will be a follow-up question to that. And this is what I want us to, I just want you to kind of clear it for us that now coming on board LONGRICH or just maybe any network, what would be your advice for those that are double dating, as it were, or having not just even double, maybe triple or quadruple dating, being in this network, jump to the other one next week, come back to this one and all that. What would be your advice for such people?
Well, like my boss will say, there's a popular adage that says, you can never chase two chickens at the same time because you end up losing both. And that's a fact. It's a traditional, I don't know the source, but it's a traditional African adage. And going on running two networks, or like you said, double dating at the same time, is like, for me, it's like running a fool's errand. Because the truth is that our business itself is so deep and so, you know how they used to say God is the jealous God? God says, love me, worship me only. Our business is jealous. You can never have two girlfriends and love them the same, definitely. For those who understand, you can never love them the same way. That's the truth. And you end up just being somewhere caught in the middle, and you definitely will not. So my advice will be focus on one. You are either in or out. There are no two ways. You can't be chasing two networks at the same time. You are wasting your time. And that is the reason why you see a lot of, they hardly ever grow well or even build a proper team, because their team members are the exact replica of them, being all over the place. But when you are you have to let one go. And that's just the truth. If you are chasing two chickens, by the time you face one, you will definitely catch one. When somebody throws a lot of freebies in the air, you are trying to catch too many at the same time, you end up catching none. But you focus on just one, and definitely you catch that one. That is, focus is what you need. So definitely, I wouldn't advise anybody to chase two networks. You're either for long reach or you're not. Even if it is not, focus on whatever it is. Focus is what you need. Focus on commitment. And that's actually what has led many of us to come this far.
Wow, thanks so much. I just want to play something to make that one as a follow-up. Just for us to see.
Exactly. This is what happens when you are so close and yet you are giving up. And somebody is focused and gets to that diamond, gets to that precious. Exactly. This is what happens when you're not focused. You are paying attention to what the other person is doing, and you end up losing your own precious, precious stone. But with focus and precision, just keep going. Just keep going.
Thanks so much, Boss Dozie. One last question from Boss Gloria before I finish up this interview session.
What would you say? What would you say to you've already advised those who are already in LONGRICH? I may be struggling, but what would you say to people who are still dilly-dallying? They're not sure if it's what they should do. What would you be your one advice to them if they are in the audience today?
Okay, so I think one of the major factors why people still dilly-dally a lot is because, one, a lot of people underestimate the size of our industry. They're still looking at our industry with a kid's eye. They don't understand the size of our industry. And but you need to go back online, do your research, and you understand that the multi-level marketing industry, the network marketing industry, is arguably one of the biggest industries in the world. And it has the biggest payouts. Like, for those who actually are professional, like you say, come in and go pro. Then another thing is, a lot of people are dilly-dallying because of experiences, either personal experiences or because of what they've heard or seen. But here's what I'm going to say. Here's my advice. Like when we say the right platform makes a difference. And LONGRICH has beyond reasonable doubt proven to be the right platform. On record, LONGRICH is, I wouldn't say was, LONGRICH is the game changer in the African network marketing industry, because immediately LONGRICH came into Africa, Nigeria, the entire network marketing landscape changed. All the other contemporaries setup because LONGRICH brought something different. LONGRICH came with a lot of uniqueness. LONGRICH came with true incentives. LONGRICH came with true flexible package, not the rigid ones. This is not me, selling the other ones short. They all have their unique, but what makes us tick? What makes us different? That is basically the flexibility, the longevity, and the versatility of what LONGRICH has on offer, which is the product bouquet.
I'm just sorry, you have surely motivated us today, and we cannot just but thank you for giving us your time. Please pardon us, it's an extended session today, and I know that it's actually worthwhile for you to gain from here this evening. Thank you so much, Bob Dozie, and we pray that your business will continue to grow. But before you go, I will want two leaders to raise their hands to appreciate our guests. I want possibly those two to be outside Nigeria to appreciate our guest this evening. He has team over across Nigeria, so not just Nigeria. Okay, waiting for that.
My earpieces. You see, my earpieces is with me, and
Go ahead.
I've been listening from the beginning to to the end. I've been listening and I've been typing, so I've been following the program all through. I first want to commend. I call him Mazi or Ichie Dozie, in the inner circle. All right. Me and him, we go at each other's throat in a very friendly way, more like Tom and Jerry. He's a wonderful leader. One person in the team that come rain, come sunshine, he has the back of the team. Come rain, come sunshine. So he's so dedicated. That's one attribute I love so much about him. He's so dedicated that even when we are completely exhausted, you still find him, still busting out that energy to push us and push the team. And it says it all too. When we have our midweek programs, he's always there to give support. You understand them. I just want to say a big thank you to him because he's a priceless Grace International team member. There are some members that if they don't function in a week, you will definitely feel it, and that's Dozie for you. So with all the projects, because we always do a lot of in-house meeting with the leaders, you understand, and his contributions, they are always top-notch, and he sees it through, even when sometimes we don't agree. Sometimes we still come to the table to discuss it. And he's just a fantastic team player. That's all I will say. And I will give kudos to Daniel for the for his leadership skills, because without a leader like Daniel Equere, a lot of us will not be able to as I call we in the inner circle, is our SD, but in the inner circle we do a lot in the background. We have meetings. I think 3SD caught us one time, while we were having our meeting, while Boss Tolu followed him. It tells you what we do. Sometimes we call each other like 4 times in a week, the inner circle, to determine how the team will go. And this has paid off a lot. And I can't continue to, highlight the fantastic qualities, Mazi Dozie brings to the table all the time, and the leadership with someone like SD Dan. I just want to say thank you so much for sharing with everybody tonight your struggles, the journey, and the motivation you give the team, your contributions and all that. And I say I'm very proud to have you as a brother, because it's a family. Most times I post videos of us hanging out together, not because we want to pepper anybody, but we just want to tell you that, look, now person where they work, now in the shop, and we do a lot in the background. So all the thing you see, that all the beautiful things you see every Wednesday, it's not actually easy. Nobody pays us. except for 3SD and 1SD who compensates us once in a while for all the, because they know that they don't pay us for anything. But the moment they call us, we know it's a family, it's leadership, and it's not particularly easy. We are there.
Thank you so
the moment
much.
they call us, and that's all I
Thank
will
you.
say to you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Papi K. Thank you very much,
Thank
Papi K.
All right. So thank you. You can stick around. We may have questions for you during the Q&A session. Thank you so much, boss. Okay, go ahead. You are welcome, boss.
Well, I was just blown away seeing him talking with confidence and truly exuding the leadership charisma that a team lead is supposed to have. And I can see that there is already a difference as a result of maybe the recent achievement he has gotten. Why celebrating him, why praising him, I picked out some things which I want to share with everybody out there that is listening to me. You know, it started with what attracted him, talking about the products. And I want each and everyone listening, most especially for the new people and those people who are yet to join us. Our platform, our organization, our company is a product-based company. They manufacture and we distribute. So it's all about the product, not a Ponzi scheme, not just an investment house where you drop money and you go. So that is the starting point. If you want to think about the journey using the LONGRICH vehicle, you just have to know that it's going to be a lifestyle team. You're going to change your lifestyle. And the lifestyle will go with LONGRICH products, the efficacy of the products. He talked about he was not afraid of the pricing because he knew the value of using a toothpaste that can actually cater for his dentition. So he was not afraid of the pricing, which means the toothpaste is of premium quality. There is a difference between premium products and just ordinary products on the shelf. So he was not afraid. He was not cautious at all. He was only interested in getting his teeth issues solved. And he switched his brand to the LONGRICH brand. He started with certain products and certain things happened in his life to the extent he didn't even remember. He was using glasses before very well when he was doing his other traditional businesses. But suddenly he stopped using glasses without noticing it. That is what LONGRICH does for you most times. You know, he said something that really made me smile. He said, I'm a very shy person. I'm an introvert, but he qualified for trip. You know, that will wow you. If he is an introvert, if he is a shy person, yet he's achieving all this, it means the business does not have boundary, there is no limitation, nothing can limit. It means a deaf and dumb can do this business. There is a way out. It means there is a way out. And I want to challenge everybody listening to this. Do not say, I don't know how to talk to people. I am a shy person. Ask for knowledge. When you don't know how to do something, then you ask for knowledge. He went further to say, you cannot succeed in the platform without being a leader or a trainer. It's true, because you want to lead people. It's a business all about movement of people. And if you're going to move people from one point to another, there have to be a lot of leadership skills you will need to apply. And it means you have to educate the people you are leading. educating people, informing them, and also enlightening them. So if you are thinking of going to the top, you should know that you are going to lead people. So every potential team builder in this platform is a leader. Your leadership is recognized from the point of Diamond 4, but from the day you join, you are a potential leader. He talked about, as one of his challenges, his team shutting down. If you don't go through this, for those of you that are yet to join, be prepared. Your team will also shut down, but that does not mean it is the end of the journey. It is an opportunity for you to upgrade. It's an opportunity for you to exhibit your leadership prowess. So when your team shut down, we all have gone through the same thing, where you see complete either recalcitrant negligence or absolute disobedience to your direction. But that doesn't mean anything, because everybody is a boss for himself. Everybody is independent. So you move with people who want to move with you. If nobody wants to move with you, start another fresh thing. We see that every day. We see legs, a whole entire leg shutting down from Diamond 7 down, and we'll start all over again. That is it. As long as there is life, there is hope. As long as we keep moving, we are not afraid. We will get there, we'll get a new set of people. So that is that. Now, he talks about belief. Believing in the system, then believing in yourself. Without belief, even with belief, we struggle. Imagine without belief, what happened? You can make it. You can't go anywhere. So believe in yourself, believe in the system, and be consistent. He mentioned consistency. You see, it is one thing to hear. It's another thing to do it. Between hearing and doing, there is what I call reflection. When you hear, reflect on it. Even though you may need to modify, but work around it. Consistency is key. In this business, I've come to realize that with consistency, you will pull down any type of barrier, you will overcome any challenge, and you will definitely get to the top, no matter what. People love consistency. People see consistency as value in you. For you to be consistent, it can create a degree of integrity without you knowing on you. It's an added value. So if you know how to be consistent in anything you are doing, they played a video, and we all saw what that animation was. You dig halfway, you jump, you go on that one. You dig halfway, you jump, you go on that one. You dig halfway, you jump, you go on that one. How far can you go? You just waste your time. At the end of the day, you say it doesn't work. He said something that last year, he started early planning. To plan early, not when they release promo. You start running helter-skelter, calling your leaders to release some millions for you to. Who does that? Today, I'm going to say something that really tripped me. For those of you in the leaders chat room, you saw the way I was speaking different language. It is celebration. It was a true celebration from my heart. And I'm going to explain it because something different is about to happen, and it's happening already. Now, everybody is on a journey. Take notes. You may say network marketing is not for you. No problem. We are not saying you must do network marketing. We are not saying you must use toothpaste. We are not saying ladies must use sanitary napkin. That is not what we are saying here. That is your personal decision. You may decide not to use all this product LONGRICH are producing. It's not a problem. You may decide to find anything to supplement, to exchange for your monthly period. It's not a problem. It's all your personal choice. You may decide to wake up in the morning and go and get charcoal to clean your teeth. Fine and good, as long as you are okay with that. We don't have it. Our job is to educate, inform, and enlighten you. We leave the decision for you. And that is exactly where this guy is coming from. He was just reeling out the way it is. You see, when sometimes it is kept down to earth, it drives through. It reaches the bone marrow for people to know that, yes, the business does not have any artificial skeleton behind. It is just reality we are talking about here. You see, so when you embark on the journey, anybody that is alive is on a journey. If you are alive, you're already on a journey, whether you like it or not. Because if you celebrate 30 years birthday last year, you cannot celebrate 29 or 28 this year or next year. You are moving forward. So, and this is not a journey where you go backward. You keep going forward. Whether there is problem, whether there is challenges, you must face it and you must go. And what do I mean by that? The pressure of existence will make you to do something to survive, as long as you're not committing suicide. Because I want everybody listening here to take this home. When we say do presentation for people, we are not saying go there, talk to them, and after talking to them, you say, who is signing up? Nobody is signing up. You get disappointed, you lose it, and before you know it, you say, I'm not doing it again. Last time I did, nobody came up. No, rejoice and celebrate because you have been able to educate your people. You just need to educate them. Educate them about the values your brand delivers. That is it. So when you are on a journey, be it religious journey, be it social, academic, business, or whatever, every journey needs a vehicle. And if you enter the wrong vehicle, it will be so devastating that you got into that vehicle, and when you got to your destination, you discover that you are in the wrong place. You have to turn back. It is very painful. And we have seen this happening time and time again. And what do I mean by that? Entering the wrong vehicle means you work for 35 years, solid 35 years, and you retire. After retirement, you discover that you are completely in the wrong place. You climbed a ladder for 35 years, and after reaching the top, you only discover that the ladder was standing on the wrong place. What do? And that is why you must educate people on time. You must inform people on time so that they don't enter the wrong vehicle. LONGRICH is a vehicle for a destination, and that destination is financial freedom. While you are entering a vehicle that will take you to your destination, for example, somebody was putting a joke and said a vehicle was going to, the conductor was shouting, Osho, 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 Osho. Conductor was shouting, Osho, Osho, Osho. People started entering the bus. Osho, 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 Osho. People started entering the bus. And suddenly, everybody entered. The bus was full, driver was going, and they thought it was Oshodi. It was Oshogbo. The bus was going. So you need to sit down, think, look. Because you know these people, once they lock the bus and everybody says, okay, your money and they are going, you know they can be very well, you have paid, and now they say they are going to a wrong destination. And what do you do at that point? You know, so be careful of the platform you use. The LONGRICH platform is tested, is trusted, and it is reliable. And you can hear from Dozie, he said, the flexibility is second to none. I mean, I am tired of staying in Nigeria. I want to move to South Africa, and I will just move the business to South Africa. I will change my code as long as I have a resident permit. I will change my code and I start doing everything in South Africa and earning from South Africa. Who does that in network marketing? Who does it? Who? Point one company that will tell you, you do PV in America, then they will pay you in Nigeria, or you do PV in Nigeria, they will pay you in US dollars. It doesn't make sense to any company because we pay you, payout is done based on transactions done in a particular country. But here, LONGRICH will say, no, if you open a UK account, and suddenly your activities are going on in Nigeria and you are earning a pound sterling. It doesn't make sense to any business company. That is where Longrich defies logic. He said something and he said, Longrich has been able to change the narrative in network marketing in Africa, to me, globally, most especially wherever Africans are. Now, this is what Longrich was able to use in penetrating the market, and they got it right. First and foremost, they did a research on Africa. Secondly, they understood what Africans want. Thirdly, they gave it to us. They did not come to whitewash, audio, and left. They did not come to put warehouse. When they discovered what we needed, they started trying to meet up with our demands. And that is why they are excelling, and that is why they are always new. Somebody will want to think, how come I've not heard of Longrich before? Have you not met people saying I've not heard of Longrich before? A lot of people out there have not. So when people say, I have talked and talked, people, how many millions of people do you have in Nigeria? How many millions of people can you just give a sanitary napkin? There is just so much you can play around with a platform. And I want to congratulate Mr. Dozie for this wonderful interview he has given to us. We're actually moving away from the Diamond 5. We'll also conclude with about 2-3 Diamond 5 remaining. We are moving to Diamond 4 leaders to come and tell us their journey. We are not picking you because you have qualified for car or you have qualified for trip. No, we want you to come and tell us, why are you still doing this business despite not being a star director up to this moment? Why are you still doing this business despite not getting a car? Why are you still doing this business despite not achieving anything more than your rank? What are your goals? Why are you doing all this? What is your why? Why do you believe in this company? You know, these are the reasons we are bringing different people to tell us their different experience in this journey since they started this business. And believe you me, when you learn from people's experience, you will be a great, great teacher with little pains. Because when people teach you from their experience, you will learn well. But when you learn from your own experience, it's very painful because life gives you exam before it teaches you. So that is how it works. It's only the teachers that will teach you before give you exam. But life will give you exam first before it teaches you. So the only way you can get expo to survive this is when you are pre-warned, you are pre-informed, you know, and not ill-informed. So, Mr. Dozie, I want to thank you for today's presentation and for agreeing and accepting to show up at a very, very short notice. Very short notice. The person was to come, the person that was supposed to come disappointed, and you took the bull by the horn and said, it is something you play around with, and it has demonstrated itself. And I see future for you in this business. You have promised to come up with a very tougher challenge that you want to hit star director in 2022. It's a done deal. If it's very simple. If he registers 1,000 Q silver and the upgrade is done, it's made it. That is a 1-star director already, if not 2-star director. So thank you for that. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you, boss. We actually appreciate everybody. Sorry for the extended time today. We hope to see you again next week. Thank you. And from Boss Gloria, good night.
Thank you from here.